All right, we're at the Newmarket Aquatic Centre. Let's go inside and see if we can find Bob, the owner of Miller Swim School. Come on in. How you doing, Bob?
G'day, Liv. How are you?
Good, great to see you. So, Bob, how long have you been in the swim school industry?
Well, over nearly 30 years now. Yes, 30 years at least.
What led you to investigate the AOP range for secondary sanitation for your Learn to Swim pool?
Well, we're having problems, as you do have with an indoor pool. The chloramine smells, skin irritation with teachers being in the pool for all morning, and the fact that the water suffered a little from the exposure to the numbers that we're using the pool.
Can your staff notice a difference now the AOP has been installed?
Most definitely. The clarity of the water is noticeable, but more than that, we haven't had any complaints or notices about the water, that skin irritation or irritability, like it's virtually disappeared.
Bob, you've got numerous pools here at your complex, but we're here to talk about your Learn to Swim indoor pool. Tell me about the pre and post water with the AOP system in place.
Well, it's been very noticeable. Prior to the introduction of the AOP system, we had a great variance between the free chlorine and the total chlorine, and since the introduction, the worst we might get is 0.1, 0.2. Like this morning, the difference was 0.2 between free chlorine and total chlorine. And the smell of chloramines is totally eliminated. As you can notice now, you can't smell it.
With the water, has the clarity improved?
Yes, most definitely. There's a nice glass-like appearance on the top of the water now, whereas before it was a dull look. Now it's really good.
Bob, do you find that you shock the pool less now that you have the AOP system in place? And are you saving on chemicals?
Well, we don't shock the pool now because of the difference between free and total. And secondly, yes, there is a saving in chemicals. We no longer use chlorine dioxide for Giardia and Cryptosporidium, so that AOP system handles that.
Here we are in front of the brains of the AOP system. Here you have the control unit, which controls the ozone and UV system. And how it works, we take pure oxygen and inject that into our AOP control unit. Well, that converts O2 into O3, which is ozone, same as what's in the ozone layer. And that's injected into the water via our custom injection manifold. Then we mix and then dissolve in the dissolving tank the ozone. So the ozone's dissolved into the water. And then, if you can see on the other side, we come out of the tank and then we put it back into the UV chamber, which destructs the ozone, creating hydroxy-free radicals. And also on the skid-mounted system, we have multiple flow switches, Grumpus booster pumps, 4-stage coronas, and pretty much all the bells and whistles. With this system, it can be installed within the day, with now no downtime of swimming classes. Well, now that we're outside in front of the AOP system, is it easy to operate? Can any swim school operator be able to operate the AOP system?
Yes, most definitely. There's nothing complicated about it. The simple answer is yes, it's simple to operate.
Does it mean much to you that this system is actually designed and built here in Australia?
Yes, indeed, we are. It gives us easy access to any maintenance or parts that are needed, rather than waiting for stuff to come from overseas. Yeah, it's a great pleasure to import an Australian product.
How important is it to you to have the healthiest water possible for your customers and staff, also on a business perspective as well?
Luther, it's critical. It's the underlying foundation of your business. Unhealthy water, you'll lose customers. I can't emphasise that enough, and that's one of the reasons why we went to AOP in the end, to have the healthiest water we can present, and that'll make your business better.
Would you recommend the AOP ozone UV system to other swim schools across the country and overseas?
Certainly, based on my experience with what the results we're getting from the AOP system, certainly.
Creating a healthy environment for swimmers is what Brower Industries is all about.